What's up, Juventini? Alberto here. I got all your Juventus news. All right, we're going to take a look at Iling Jr. potentially being on the move, according to Mirko Di Natale. We're going to take a look at the details there. Romeo Agresti brings us some great news about our January target being Samardzic, and he also talks about Højbjerg and Thuram. We're going to take a look at the details of what he brought to us, and then, of course, yesterday we got linked with Scalvini. We'll take a quick look at that, and then we've got Sule and his potential return in January. News on that, and all eyes are on Chiesa and his fitness leading up to this big game against Milan, and we'll take a look at the projected lineup, all that right now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content if you enjoyed. This is the AJC. Let's rock. We're going to kick things off with Romeo Agresti speaking about January targets. In terms of Højbjerg, he says there are no strong indications Juventus is going to make a move for the player. Yes! Love to hear that, all right? Khéphren Thuram, Romeo Agresti says, the rumors circulating around Italy with this price tag of 40 million euros do not coincide with what he's getting from sources out of France, because when the player was available for sale at the end of last season, the price tag was 60 million euros, all right? And I have also been mentioning for quite some time the salary demands that Khéphren Thuram had around those potential sales at the end of last season. Somewhere around 8 million pounds. So again, it just doesn't seem to fit or make sense right now, but everything I suspected about Khéphren Thuram and it being a lot more money than what's being talked about are true, according to Romeo Agresti. In terms of Samardzic, though, all right, if you're all aboard the Samardzic train like I am, Romeo Agresti says there have in fact been early contacts between Juventus and the player's entourage about the potential move in January. All right, so this is good, and with each passing day, we are getting more and more news that seems to make it seem that Samardzic is in fact one of our top targets in January, in which I believe he definitely should be, and this is probably the best bang for your buck out there in the market right now that we have been linked with. All right, so let's go for it. Bring me Samardzic in January. Scalvini, we got linked with Scalvini yesterday. 45 to 50 million euro price tag. You may have seen the YouTube short I did. All right, and I'm not gonna dive into this one too deep. I'm just gonna share my initial thoughts that I said with the YouTube short. We have players with high potential at center back already. Scalvini has not reached his potential, and that price tag, 45-50 million euros, doesn't make sense to me with where he is currently at. I would pass on Scalvini at that price tag. I would want somebody that's more complete and polished, all right? But that's just me. What do you think about the Scalvini links? Drop it in the comment section. Of course, drop your thoughts on Romeo Agresti's links with Højbjerg, Thuram, and Samardzic. Now we're going to get to Iling Jr. Iling Jr., the story around him this season has frustrated and infuriated many fans, all right? So Mirko Di Natale confirms everything that we have known and we've been able to see with our own two eyes, and that is the fact that he is the last option right now at Juventus. I can't wrap my head around how this talented player has become last option. The only thing I've been able to come up with and share with all of you is the fact that I simply believe he is not willing to extend his contract with Juventus, and because of that reason, Juventus is working with someone who does have a future with Juventus, like Cambiaso, etc., and maybe that is why he just can't get into the lineup. I can't make sense of it. The only time we've seen him, the brief cameo, he actually put a cross in on a platter for Vlahovic, and it was the tying goal against Bologna, and we haven't seen him since. It makes no sense. I can't wrap my head around it other than the fact he just doesn't want to extend. But even if he didn't want to extend, Juve is hurting the sale price by simply not even playing him whatsoever or showcasing him, and he still has a lot to offer. And when you look at Cambiaso, he came out of the gates strong, but he faded. Kostic had a good showing when he came on and then has kind of faded and gone back to a Kostic that, for the most part, is very one-dimensional and can frustrate many fans in terms of his performances. I can't wrap my head around not playing this guy. Mirko Di Natale says there is going to be a meeting very, very soon between the player and the club and figure out what's going to happen. But he is definitely transferable, and Juve is willing to accept 18 million euros for Iling Jr. Yeah, not a good price when you're looking around, talented players around, and what other clubs are selling for. It's not an exciting price, but I just can't figure out, number one, why his last option right now when the other guys there aren't really lighting it up. I don't know, but Iling Jr. could very well be on the move. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this scenario. Sule, we were getting links about potential return in January. They are shut down today, saying that Frosinone, he has become crucial, and he is crucial. And if you watch Frosinone play, Sule, everything there evolves around Sule. Very, very much involved. Could actually be, based on all the chances he's created this season and some bad luck hitting the uprights and whatnot, and the crossbar and whatnot, he could very well be much higher up in the Capocannoniere race. He could be right up there with Gonzalez of Fiorentina and whatnot, around 5 goals. Unfortunate to not be, but yeah, him being crucial to Frosinone, do not expect the return, and those are shut down as of today. Chiesa, we are all watching Chiesa. We're all hoping he could get into this big, big matchup against Milan on the weekend, okay? So we know Maignan not going to be there. So Giroud is set to start for Milan. Oh, no. Giroud's not going to be counted on for heroics there, okay? But Sportiello, their second-string goalkeeper, also injured. He's going to be out. It's going to be up to Mirante, all right? We talked about Teo Hernandez is going to be out there. There's a big opportunity for Juventus, but they may have to go without Chiesa. I'm still hopeful he can at least be a bench option, maybe come in at some point for a little bit, but we don't know. All tests are showing there is no injury there. However, Chiesa still complains and laments about discomfort, so they're being cautious, okay? As far as our lineup, what to expect going into this game: Szczesny, Gatti, Bremer, Rugani, Weah, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic, with Milik and Vlahovic up top. All right, how are you feeling about this game as we get closer and closer? It's going to be a big one. I expect maximum amount of effort, all right? But the fear is we shell up and play defensively. And we saw the video yesterday of McKennie and Weah talking about their time in Italy and whatnot. McKennie talking about himself positionally, saying that, hey, I see myself as a number 8 in the midfield. However, at the end of the day, I'll help out wherever I can for whatever's best for the team and getting results. Weah was asked about Italy. How are you finding Italy? Is it difficult? He said not difficult, but different. And he said, was asked more tactical, and he just simply had to say more defensive. A lot of defense. And kind of rolling eyes, and then McKennie kind of rolling his eyes too, and they spoke about how much defense they are asked to play. I hope that's not the case on Sunday against Milan. I hope we can actually go at them with a good foot on the throttle and try to take advantage. I think this is a winnable match 100%. We should be able to win against anyone in the league, but it's going to be about the approach. I hope it's right and on point. The San Siro is going to be rocking. They've got a couple key guys out. Let's take advantage. Fingers crossed still for Federico Chiesa, but we'll see what happens. That's your news update to today. You guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please share the content if you enjoy. But my favorite part is mixing it up with all of you, so let me hear what you think about everything you just heard in the comments section. Till tomorrow, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve, ciao tutti.